Kelly. October is National Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and the number of reports and estimated losses due to cyber crimes is rising. Joining us this morning is State Cybersecurity Manager Mark Masuno to tell us about the cybercrime landscape. Good morning. Welcome back, Mark.
Thank you.
It seems like we are reporting on a cybercrime every week, every other week, but what are the type of cybercrimes that we should all look out for?
Well, people should continue to be vigilant against phishing and scams. Phishing and scams are becoming more sophisticated, and we see criminals leveraging technology a lot more. We've seen an increased use in well-known cloud services such as Microsoft and Google, and what this does is it creates a sense of trust for users to think that these scams are legitimate. We've also seen criminals target user accounts from local organizations in order to impersonate them to target users at the state. And also what we've seen is emojis can actually be used as URLs to trick users in clicking them.
So how does that work?
It's written in this thing called Punycode. So when your browser renders the actual Punycode, it looks like emojis, and then it's actually a link.
What do we see then? Do we actually see an emoji and you click on that emoji?
Correct. If the Punycode is written correctly and your browser recognizes that, it will look like an emoji code, and it's a clickable link.
So how big is this cybercrime industry globally, and then where does Hawaii stand in all of this?
Yeah, so in 2018, the estimated global cybercrime economy was profiting at about $1.5 trillion, with some leading revenue cybercrimes such as ransomware, the sale of trade secrets or personal information obtained through data breaches. For Hawaii, we're around $6 million of total losses in 2018. We rank about 42 out of 57 states and U.S. territories in terms of the amount of monetary losses. But this number is a lot lower than actual numbers because this report is built on reports to the FBI and doesn't include unreported incidents.
Now, these criminals, they're just getting a little bit smart. They always seem to be one step ahead of everything, developing a new crime or thinking of a new criminal strategy. How can we protect ourselves and stay one step ahead of them instead?
Yeah, so most cybercrimes can be traced back to some kind of social aspect. The cybercriminals are trying to get users to click on something or run something, install something. So there is that trickery involved. But what users can do is they can be aware of the signs that make something suspicious, such as a sense of urgency or asking for login credentials, suspicious URLs, asking for a payment or things that are too good to be true, but also a punishment or some kind of consequence if a user doesn't do something. Users should be aware of how long their passwords are and use unique passwords for their accounts. Password reuse is very easily to be taken advantage of, especially with the growing number of data breaches. And password managers and multi-factor authentication will help users as well.
And are names being kind of duplicated as well, and kind of look at the address, because we see some emails, like, for example, from Mark Masuno, but if you look at the actual address, it's not your real address. It's some other fake address, right?
Correct. It's very trivial to change the display name of it, and to actually see where the email is coming from could tell you that it's not a legitimate email.
What is the state doing to protect itself?
Well, the state, on average, blocks about 45 million attacks per day, which is roughly 85 attacks per minute. We take cybersecurity very seriously, and so the executive branch is the largest employer in the state. The more that we can educate our users, the better our state's network, but also our employees' homes and families' networks will be as well. So we offer cybersecurity awareness online training. We also do simulated phishing attacks so that we can both spread awareness and also see how our users will fare against real-world attacks. With a joint effort with our users, we can better protect our networks and systems.
Okay, which is very important in this day and age, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much, Mark, for being here.
Thank you.
All right, coming up next, Chris will be back with a quick check on your morning